Hey guys, welcome back to the Daily Projection. I'm Max. This is episode 2, July 2nd, 2026. We're breaking down the MLB slate for tomorrow. If you're new here, well, thanks for stopping by. This is all about sports projections and finding the biggest value, the biggest edges across all the major sports. I run my own computer projections, and we're always looking for value for the edge against Vegas. So every play comes directly from my model. There's no narratives, no guessing, no emotional ties. It's literally just the numbers, the edges, the value, and the results. Okay. So let's start with last night's model plays. We had three, or tonight we had three model plays. We had the Yankees minus 137 on the money line. We had Giants plus 100 on the money line, and we had the Dodgers A's over 9. Dodgers A's got bet up all the way to, I believe, 11 and a half. We had like 20% plus CLV on that. Of course, it loses. CLV means absolutely nothing. It seems like anytime I get positive CLV, it's a loss. Giants, I got negative CLV. It got bet down to like 110, and it's going to be a winner for us. So 1 and 2 start to July. Not ideal, but not the end of the world, I guess. We're up about 55 units on the season, and that's not going to hurt us as long as we, remain consistent and you're betting smart, betting consistent units. You're going to be okay in the long run. So let's dive into tomorrow's slate. We have one play. I got one model play for you. I'll give that out here in a little bit. Leading us off tomorrow, though, Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Jared Jones, 1-1 with a 5.76 ERA. Taking on Alan Rangel, 0-1 with a 4.5 ERA. Vegas got the total set at 10 and the Phillies minus 130 favorites. We've got this game projected at 10.85 total runs, with the Phillies winning 5.66 to 5.19. We have a slight lean to the over 10 with a line differential of 0.9. So just a slight lean over 10, nothing I want to get into. No money line play I want to get into there either. So slight lean to the over 10 there. Moving on, Cincinnati Reds taking on the Milwaukee Brewers. It's could be a pitching fest here. Chase Burns, 9-1 with a 2.36 ERA, taking on Jacob Mizorowski, 9-3 with a 1.45 ERA. Like we have all series long here, we've had the Brewers crushing the Reds, and we got that again. 5.95 to 2.95 is my projection. That leads us to a total of 8.9 total runs. Vegas has got this set at 7 total runs. And the Brewers minus 195 on the money line. So we're not going to touch the money line, even though we have it projected minus 316. It's just too pricey. Nothing I want to get into. Total set at 7, and we have it at 8.9. That's a 1.9 differential. When you get these totals this low, like 6.5, 7, and you have those bigger differentials, it seems trappish to me. I don't know. I haven't really been able to hit them, so we're going to stay away. That's not an official play. Just a slight lean to the over 7. Moving on, Colorado Rockies taking on the Miami Marlins. We got Ryan Gusto on the mound for the Marlins, 0-2 with a 5.06 ERA. Taking on Michael Lorenzen, not much better here, 3-9 with a 6.83 ERA. Vegas has got the total set at 12, and the Marlins favored minus 130. Looks like minus 130 on the money line. We got this projected at 12.58 runs, with the Marlins winning 7.18 to 5.4. So we're about spot on with Vegas on the money line, and we're about spot on with the total. I wouldn't be surprised if this total jumps to 12.5 by first pitch. We've got it at 12.58. So slight lean to the over 12, not playing it, not touching anything there. Here is our model play, official model play. We only got one tomorrow. Chicago White Sox taking on the Cleveland Guardians. White Sox coming off that big series win at Baltimore. On the mound for the White Sox, Davis Martin, 9-3 with a 3.0 ERA, taking on Slade Cicone, 4-6 with a 4.18 ERA. Vegas has got this total set at 8.5, and the White Sox as favorites at minus 120. We are going to take the White Sox here, minus 120 as our official play. We've got the White Sox projected to win this one 5.65 to 3.64. So we've got substantial value here. We got the White Sox projected about minus 190. So we are going to take the Chicago White Sox minus 120 here on the money line. Moving on down, we got the Cardinals taking on the Braves. They're going to finish out that series in Atlanta. On the mound for the Braves is Hurston Waldrop, and he's going to make his debut this season. And opposing him is Dustin May, another former Dodger of mine. He's actually really put together a nice June. He's 5-6 with a 4.3 ERA. So Dustin May definitely improving here as the season goes on. We've got the Braves projected to win this one 4.69 to 3.44. So a win for the Braves still. This is one where we don't have a lot of data, in-season data for Hurston. So although we have the Braves projected here by more than a run, nothing I want to touch. I want more data on Hurston before we really get into tailing him. And that's probably why you're going to see the Vegas money line here at minus 115 and the Cardinals minus 105. Total set at 9, though. We've got this one going under about a 0.9 total differential to the under 9 there. Not going to touch it. Not enough data with Hurston. Moving on down, the Tampa Bay Rays taking on the Kansas City Royals. On the mound for the Rays, Ian Seymour, 4-1 with a 4.32 ERA, taking on Stephen Kolek, 4-2 with a 4.15 ERA. So almost identical there in data for those pitchers, but Stephen Kolek's going to go longer. He's hit 6 innings a couple of times. Ian Seymour, and they rotate bullpen game there. He could go a couple innings. No official play on the money line. We have the Rays projected at 5.69, Royals 5.04 for a total of 10.73 runs. Vegas has got this line set at 10.5 total runs, and the Rays as minus 129 favorites. Nothing we want to get into there, just a slight lean to the over 10.5. No plays there. Moving on down, we got 3 games left. The Detroit Tigers visit the Texas Rangers. Tigers coming off that sweep of the Yankees. This might be a good spot to take the Rangers this weekend. Tigers coming off a big series sweep of the Yankees. Framber Valdez, 4-5 with a 4.05 ERA, taking on the Rangers. Nathan Eovaldi, 8-7 with a 3.95 ERA. Vegas has this total set at 7.5, and the Rangers minus 130 on the money line. We got the Rangers projected to win this one slightly, 4.03 to 3.79. Nothing drastic there. Projected total at 7.82. So we are literally spot on just about every the total and the money line here. So nothing we want to play there. Angels taking on the Mariners. Walbert Urena, 5-6 with a 3.14 ERA. Opposing him on the mound for the home team Mariners, Bryce Miller, 3-2 with a 1.97 ERA. We've got the Mariners projected to win this one 3.86 to 2.97 for, looks like projected total for my projection, 6.83 runs. Vegas has it set at 7.5 with the Mariners up minus 200 favorites. So we have the Mariners, because that score's lower, we've got them favored at about minus 155. So we don't really, nothing we want to touch there. Probably more value on the Angels, honestly. A slight lean to the under 7.5. So no official plays there. And to close out the night, the San Diego Padres visit the Los Angeles Dodgers. Randy Vasquez, 6-6 with a 4.44 ERA, taking on Roki Sasaki, 3-5 with a 4.88 ERA. Vegas total set at 8.5, and the Dodgers about 195 favorites. So nothing surprising there. We have the Dodgers projected favorites about minus 180, and the game total at 9.18 total runs. So slight lean to the over 8.5 there in LA, but you get those division rivalry games. Sometimes they tend to go lower. So nothing we want to touch there. So we got our one model play, the Chicago White Sox minus 120 over the Cleveland Guardians. Davis Martin, that's going to be our guide. We're going to lean on tomorrow. So that is all I got for you guys. Just the one play. Hopefully we can get that win and get us to even on the month of July. So thanks for tuning in. If you want the projections, the cheat sheets, you can have the whole spreadsheet. I post that on my Twitter at Max Newberry, MaxNewbury. I'll be back tomorrow for episode 3 as we dive into the July 3rd slate. Thanks, guys.